Hello and welcome back, it's Repulsive Raccoon, aka your favorite trash panda, and today we are playing Valor of Man. This is a turn-based roguelike RPG in which we assemble our team of heroes and they have basically endless combinations of how we build our individual characters as we proceed throughout the run. And we're just gonna hop straight on into it. We have Alistar, Ignatius, Alera, and Octavia as our kind of champions. So we have a warrior, a healer slash paladin, we have a rogue, and then we have a mage. And it looks like we're going to have a bunch more subclasses in the full release of this game. This is currently the demo, with the full release coming out with, I believe, 4 days from the time of recording this video. But that being said, we are just going to hop right on into it. And if you find yourself enjoying today's video, hit that like and subscribe button. So we kind of have our standard map here. Thankfully, we have a legend down at the bottom. And from what I've seen, each one of these runs kind of starts the same way, but let's choose our difficulty. We're just going to play on Night, which is the intended experience of the game. We might choose a harder difficulty once I understand the game a little bit more. And then for the story, we're probably just going to skip it just so we can get straight into the fighting. Alright, so for our first encounter, we're fighting a giant worm. And the cool thing about this game is each enemy has an action and then a reaction. So if we end up hitting the enemy, a reaction will occur. This one is teleport and then it dives 4. So the dive is move to the furthest hero in rage, passing through them if possible. And then we also just have our AoE hit that is on its turn. So I'm actually going to shoot it first with just a firebolt to see where it repositions to. There you go. And now we're going to put our terror spell attack. It's an AoE right around it. So we're going to move our mage out of the way. And then let's grab a strength, because we have this tactics ability for each enemy with around us, we get +1 strength. We're not going to have our attack because each kind of unit has this thing called AP, which is how many times we're able to use stuff, and different actions requires different amount of AP. Like this Holy Blast is going to require 2, which is going to be all we're going to be able to do for the turn. Okay, it has another reaction, which is another AoE. Honestly, that's fine. We're going to have some healing. We're just going to move next to this enemy. Okay, we took 7 damage there, which is actually quite a lot. We're not going to hit again just to not trigger that. Another kind of big hit on us. It's a super large AoE that I just did. We have a minor heal that we're going to use on our tank. I can grant 1 AP. I'm going to give it to the spellcaster this turn. And then this should only hit our tank. Oh, it didn't even hit our tank, so fine. Put 10% reduced spell resistance on the character. Both these guys are going to get hit. Gain 1 protect. I don't think it's worth it. I might just go all in on damage. The other nice thing is in between combat, our characters will full heal. So as long as we don't just lose a character during any of this, we will be okay. How much is this going to hit for? It's 2 to 5. Yeah, I'll just get some damage here. And that's 4 to 8 though. That one's also 4 to 8. And it also tells you exactly what squares you can stand on. We have a little bit of a throwing dagger. Alright, let's end turn even though we had a few attacks left. We're going to need to heal our paladin here. This first fight's actually one of the harder ones. Just because we don't have any bonuses, we don't have any level ups on our characters. And it kind of just starts you off with an elite. So you do have to play it pretty smart. Let's check another Firebolt. We'll take some damage here, but our Rogue should be able to just finish this fight off. And there we go. We even got a critical on that last one. But here we go. So as you can see, we kind of get this level up. So now we are going to get a lot more strengths and just different abilities. So we have some passives, or we can get an actual ability. We can get +1 strength versus poisoned enemies, which is honestly pretty good. We're going to probably end up getting some poison on our Rogue. And then, do I want Spell Power and Health or Incinerate, which is apply 5 burn? I think I'm just going to go for Incinerate. Got 43 gold and we got Throwing Daggers. Alright, well the Throwing Daggers are definitely going on the Rogue. No questions asked. We also got a new artifact to choose from. +1 strength for range, or +14 toughness for Alistair. Okay, Alistair is our tank. +1 strength for ranged attacks, though, can be really good for our throwing dagger, so I'll just take that. And I can go event, fight, and then up here, or I can go down for the antique dealer. I think I'm going to go for the antique dealer. The first hero whose health drops under 25%, we just gain some more. We can gain a level up, or we can gain +1 strength if the target is poisoned. And that would just apply to everybody. We can cure the injury later on. So I'll take that. And we're going to have a merchant after this antique dealer. Okay, let's go to this fight. I don't know what the injury is yet. These spores have like this kind of like damage block that they can get. But let's pull out our throwing daggers. Let's see if we can just annihilate these back two enemies. Okay, well we just straight up killed one. Oh, these throwing daggers are insane. And I can just keep going. So, actually, let's just use our free movement here. Oh, well, it blew up and just dealt a ton of damage, which is kind of messed up. Let's heal our Rogue. It doesn't have a lot of HP. And we just have our Mage. We have to wait a turn to use Incinerate. And then I believe I'm at the damage cap, so I have to wait for that to go away. Alright. Let's Incinerate so we get a bunch of burn application. The enemy will be dead to burn. At least I'm pretty sure it will be. I don't think there's a bonus to being behind enemies. Like, there's no, like, backstab or anything. Alright, we'll just end turn because both of the enemies are under the damage cap. That one's on 1 HP. Alright, and then both the enemies are going to be dead here. And we can just take our throwing daggers and just chuck them across the map. So I'm not even going to have to hunt down any enemies. If they just run away from me, that's okay. Purify, AoE deal 2 to 3 spell damage per Courage, have Overpowered. Overpowered, this action does not trigger reactions or delayed. Or Toughness per Courage, I'll take that. This passive for Alara is not that great. Neither one of these are. Delayed action. This ability is performed when you are attacked. Deal 4 to 7 damage, and so we would have to get hit. I'll just take the health here, but it could be a lot better. Let's go for the antique dealer. Buy rare artifact. What's the map looking like? We also have a merchant coming up. Let's buy the rare artifact. Every 3 turns, Ignatus, which is our paladin, gains 1 AP and it doesn't reset between fights, and physical range attacks gain +1 range. I think I'm just going to go for Burning Bush, that way our paladin just has way more AP over the course of the entirety of this. Inspection, we can either gain armor or gain more gold. We're not going to really need more gold right now. Let's just go for armor. Evasion, toughness. Toughness, courage, but we lose MP. 2 health, but 20 toughness. None of these are great. I guess I'll just go for the evasion, toughness. Throw it on our rogue. I wonder what the kind of cap is for evasion, if we can get enough evasion. Okay, so we're fighting like 3 different beholders right now. They're called Dread Eyes, but for those that have played D&D, these definitely look like beholders. That's gonna be a straight line attack. That's a big cone. So who's doing the cone attack? Okay, 2 of them are. Set you on fire. Let's just take our ranged weapons. No, I didn't want a melee attack. We're just going to be in range of everything. Alright, it's at 11 HP. There's a way that we can kill this enemy. I don't actually think there's going to be, though. We can move our warrior in the middle of these 2. Hopefully they'll hit him. Yeah, because this could kill. Okay, good. We actually got 1 kill. And then our minor heal on our rogue. Yeah, this cone's gonna blast me. Only did 4 damage a hit, though. Honestly, I was expecting it to do way more. And we can use that. Our throwing knives every other turn, which is crazy. That dealt 9 damage. It's a bit more than I was expecting it to do. Cast Incinerate on the fur one. Minor hero the rogue again. There's a lot of thinking you have to do with this game. I mean, these enemies hit like an absolute truck. And until we get like a decent amount of, you know, level ups and stats, we're gonna have to be working for this. I don't think I'm gonna hit here. Yeah, I'll reposition. Okay, we're gonna be able to heal. Let's pull out the throwing knives again. Nah, you're not gonna go away. We're just gonna keep checking throwing knives. Okay, it'll die to burn. I'm just gonna move here. Cast a firebolt. And then we'll go in with the sword. We're out of movement. That's okay. We'll go in with the hammer. Alright, we only got 1 left. And there's gonna be a super easy finish. Cast Holy Blast. Hopefully it just kills. Okay, well, it's 1 HP. And there we go. Hopefully we get a really good artifact from this elite. Nice, we got another level up. Inspire. Plus 1 AP to allied heroes, or 7 might per courage. Alright, let's go with Inspire. Distortion. We can just gain 1 MP. That's just movement. Let's go with Chain Lightning. We got a common weapon out of it. It costs 2, and it's an 8 to 14. I don't really like that on anybody. Alright, what artifact did we get? We got plus 3 health or plus 10% gold. None of these are great. Let's just go with the health. Let's go for the Campfire because we can upgrade 2 things. Someone's under a condition. Okay. Wow. So our Paladin is under inflammation. We have minus 25 toughness. So I can cure that or upgrade to. I'm going to upgrade the minor heal. Plus 2 strength versus poisoned, but I just don't have any poisoned right now. So let's see. If I want it on anyone else. This makes it cost 0. And reduces our sanity that we can lose on it. Yeah, let's upgrade our Incinerate. Alright, we got a bunch more fights. Thankfully... Oh, we have a huge Chain Lightning. There you go. Definitely want the Rogue to just straight up snipe one of these ranged enemies. Ooh, we will be able to. Nice, it failed its reaction. We're gonna move our Paladin around. I'm gonna save the 1 AP for allies until later. Let's just Holy Blast this, that way it does less damage. Alright, these archers are gonna be a lot. Alright, hopefully they don't all target the same person, because our Paladin is already pretty weak. Alright, we're gonna minor heal ourselves. Okay, let's move away. And then we're just gonna apply a ton of burn. Really, it just smacked my Paladin just because. Thankfully it missed. It blocked the attack. Okay, it has 6 stacks of poison, so I need to do 6 here. I only dealt 5. Okay, so it's gonna live. Yeah, it lives on 1, and then deals 6 damage just because. It's actually gonna do a lot more. Another 6. Alright, thankfully, the same character isn't being targeted. Alright, let's just finish this off. Pull out our throwing knives. And the fact that these throwing knives cost an absolutely 0 mana. Or AP, I guess. I'm used to a lot of these games being mana-based, but this one's not. And fight's finished. We are approaching the first boss, and honestly, I don't like where we currently are, so hopefully we can get something going. In a random rare item, Alistair suffers injury. That's fine. What did we get? Spell resistance. Yeah, we'll throw that on Alistair. And then we are going to go down, that way we can cure our injuries at the fire. This is a really kind of bad spot. $22, $22, $20. All of these have just a lot kind of HP. I'm going to save the Chain Lightning for a different turn. I missed. Okay, this one will burn out. Nice, a critical. Our rogue has more HP than our paladin right now, which is actually, like, really funny to me. Actually move him right there. And I'll try to move our mage as far away as possible. Just -1 courage. Yeah, so the other thing is our characters all have courage, and if they fall to 0, they don't die, but they'll end up gaining that injury. Alright, here's Chain Lightning. Able to hit all of them. But burn on the guy behind us. 3 to 10, surely I killed. There we go. Oh, we're actually racking up criticals pretty nicely. I mean, it's making these fights go by a lot faster. I'll heal self. Holy blast this guy. Okay, he'll burn out. And we're gonna have to pass turn here. Alright, we only have 2 left. And then we just have more throwing knives for the win. And there we go. If we can get our rogue's, like, critical ability up... Whoopsies. I got an accessory. +1 courage. Throw that on Ignitus. We're 30 experience away from leveling up before the boss. Alright. Cure up to 2 conditions. Alright, now we have no injuries or anything, and we're fighting a boss. Okay, we're fighting Silk Widow. Her reaction is move to the right, and her main thing is apply poison. This poison's going to be really, really annoying to deal with. Let's just gain the strength out of range. There we go. I need to do as much damage as possible, as early as possible. This boss is just going back and forth. Is actually kind of funny. It's doing the electric shuffle on us. Out of range. No. Yeah, the poison is gonna cover us no matter what. So we're just gonna have to end turn here. We're gonna have to hit these. Target closest hero, immobilize. Reposition 8. Target random hero, pull 10, apply immobilize. Okay, so who do we not need right now? I mean, it's random anyways. So let's get these burn stacks on. It did abduct our paladin. Okay. I mean, this embrace isn't gonna hit anyone. Our, like, the boss's main attack. So I'm not actually super worried. I can just let my cooldowns kind of reset here. End turn. No, I was gonna target our closest hero anyways. Am I still immobilized? Okay, but I can heal self. Alright, we lost 1 courage. Boss is below half HP, though. This is kind of huge. Okay, we need to put Yeah, okay, now the boss has lower spell resistance. Apply -strength to the boss. I mean, are we able to even... Are we in range? Yeah, we're not in range. So, giving AP to our kind of allies isn't going to do anything for us because we're out of range on everything. Our paladin's going to get hit again. Okay, the immobilize wears off. Can I heal myself? There we go. Okay, this isn't... All of these are forward, so I should theoretically be able to move because it doesn't have advance or target nearest person. Yeah, okay. Move right is going to hit our paladin again. Okay, let's give our paladin AP, that way it can move. We're one turn away from having our double throwing again, so we'll just apply more burn. I'll move over here. That way I can actually strike it with our warrior. It's gonna apply what? Advance 3. Oopsies, I put it right back in range of our paladin. Well, hopefully he doesn't die here. Lost another courage. He's down to 1 final courage. Random hero loses 1 courage. Okay, so this can actually hit our paladin, in which case it would be very bad. Thankfully it didn't, and the boss is going to be dead here. Alright, there we go. We've got 300 XP, so huge level ups. Protect 1 target ally, that's just from status effects. Plus 1 courage, but we lose spell power. None of these are fantastic. 25% chance to survive injuries. There's stealth, 1 heroes, and 1 range. And it makes them so they can't be targeted. No, I'll take it. Boon of Thaler. Buff actions have -1 cooldown. Okay, who has the most buffs? I think it would just be our warrior, though it only has 1. I don't know if the heals count as a buff. The heals do not count as a buff. Okay, it does tell me all the ones that do. I mean, our Serenity can be on a shorter cooldown, so I guess that's fine. Let's see what artifact we got. Plus 1 AP for Alistair and Alara. Heroes have -3 health per condition. So it'd be our warrior and our rogue that has a bonus. We get +1 courage but -4 health. Critical hits restore 1 AP. We'll just take the bottled rose because ideally we're not suffering from a whole lot of conditions. Okay, we're on chapter 2. There's an elite down here and there's a ton of fights along the way. I do think I want to go to another antique dealer though. So I would have to go down and then up for that because that's going to be the only one. Yeah, so we'll start down here. These are a lot of small guys. I'll probably wait to use my kind of buff where I gain a lot. All of these guys have a ton of HP. Oh, his reaction is to run at me. And he survived. Please kill, there we go. Dive 3. Move to the furthest hero in range, passing through them if possible. That's the reaction for all of them. Alright, well I might just position all my units this turn. Yeah, and then we'll end turn here just so everything can get near me. All of these guys strike twice. Okay, so none of them are going for my warrior, who I put at the very front. And I can't get to them because of the way I have everything else positioned. Again, it's 2 hits for 3 to 6. Alright, ideally we're just going to have to do this one at a time then. Yeah, and the fact that they run away to terrorize, because then it's just going to hit my rogue. Like, we're just taking 3 damage every single turn. So I need to kill this one here, but we're not going to be able to. Nice, we actually landed a critical there, allowing us to. Stealth 1 hero. Okay, we're stealthing our mage. Alright, we're gonna have to do Chain Lightning here. Hopefully it does a ton of damage. Thankfully it did. Apply 5 burn. That way it just needs one shot and then it'll be dead. They're gaining HP. Okay. Good to know. Let's heal first. I feel like healing first is the best option we have. What do you mean can only use on heroes? I'm trying to use it on them. Okay, there we go. I was just targeting the wrong person. Now all of them still have the terrorize. Okay, my throwing daggers are off of cooldown. Question is do I think I can kill? 5 to 7. 5 to 10. Okay. Let's hope we kill. Nice. We landed another crit. Let's get our throwing daggers. Okay, I got a double miss. It's still going for my mage, even though my paladin is technically the furthest one away, so we're gonna have to... I don't think this protect is gonna do anything, because it's just against status effects. Like, move her away. And now we can get 2 strength here. We have a bonus AP there. Just give more AP to our rogue. And it's just going to keep terrorizing our mage over and over again. Reaction failed. Nice, we landed a crit there. Okay, what I can do is I need to make it so my rogue is the furthest one away. That way I can actually hit this thing, and hopefully it goes after my rogue instead. Nope, it still goes over after the mage. Good to know. Okay, so now it's finally going after the rogue. Thankfully we had like 1 saving grace. But we do have to kill here. Why are these enemies way harder than anything else we've currently faced? We're just missing everything on this guy now, too. And it's just going to kill my mage. Okay, so our mage is dead. Thankfully, it comes back next turn. Okay, we have no more action points. Are we able to kill here? It's 5 to 7. We will be able to. Alright, we gotta level up. Okay, we got legendary abilities. Immune to immobilize and stun. Spells gain +1 cast range. It's not great. -2 terror to all enemies. Sure. +5 evasion, +1 strength per 25 missing health. Teleport chain and range. Has overpower. Spells have -1 cooldown. We lose more HP though. Honestly, that's fine. I mean, I'm just going to take the passives on everything except for the turn evil. I can go for the Campfire here instead, and then we'll have an event, one fight, and then the Antique Dealer. So let's do that. Alright, we got rid of the Abyssal Bleeding. We had to skip out on our upgrades, though. +2 strength for Alistair, +1 courage, +1 MP for Alara. Sure, let's do that. That way Alara can just keep attacking over and over again. Alright. Now these enemies seem way weaker than the ones we currently just faced. So hopefully that is true. We'll probably wait next turn to use Chain Lightning. And just stack a bunch of stuff. Let's move our Paladin behind. Let's just immediately minor heal. We could also just snipe some of these guys off. At least try to. This is a 2 between 7 and 10. This enemy only has 16. We dealt 10 in total. I'm just gonna move around here, that way I can... Okay, it said 6. Did 6 to 10, so does this enemy have, like, resistance? Because I should have done 6 to 10, and I only dealt 3. Let's end turn here. We'll have a really good Chain Lightning this next turn. Alright, let's cause terror to everything. And then let's throw this Chain Lightning out. Nice, we killed 2. Some of them blew up when they died, though. I'm actually gonna smoke out of range. Got hit by 10 damage there. Alright, let's grant 1 MP to you. That way I can move closer and smoke bomb. That way we have that stealth. And then we'll also protect our rogue. That's so much damage. Okay, we really have to heal. Throwing knives. Okay, you're 1 HP, so we're not going to worry about you. Let's move out of the way. All these poisons are just stacking up like crazy. That enemy's dead to burn. Let's put burn on you. Let's apply more burn. Okay. Has 10 left, though. Alright, both of them are dead to burn. There we go. Okay. These fights are getting really, really close. 1 strength against large enemies, plus 2 strength against huge enemies. Putting that on Alara. We're just kind of going all-in. Antique dealer now. Buy an antique artifact. Choose 1 of 3. Alright. Spell resistance also counts as spell power. Debuff, deal 3 spell damage, immune to traumas. So debuffs deal 3 spell damage. It's going to do a lot of extra damage. Spell resistance also counts as... I mean, we don't have, like, anything that's actually giving me spell resistance. I mean, Alistair is. So if I put this... Okay, so this is where, like, you can really, like, min-max your characters, is because, like, I can put spell resistance, this, like, accessory we got, and we can move it over, and you don't have to keep the pieces on the same person. So if I put the spell resistance here, I don't think I'm going to take this one, but I could make it so Octavia gets 15% spell power, but I don't think that's as good as just, like, debuffs. Our debuffs are just dealing 3 spell damage. So we're gonna take the debuffs, deal 3 spell damage. We can also skip an elite. I don't think it's smart to skip the elites, though. 150 XP. Sure. Okay, let's see. 80 evasion plus 2 health. Dispel target common enemy. Normal. Wait, dispel. Remove all buffs from target does not affect. Let's just go for evasion, I guess. Gain impervious for the next hit when your health drops under 50. Minus 20 accuracy and evasion to target enemy. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. So if we skip this elite, we can then go Campfire, but I think the elites with the relics are just going to be too good. This guy's annoying. This guy is actually a really hard fight. He's going to summon a bunch of enemies for us to fight. And they hurt. They hurt a lot. Let's put the chill. And then let's get our throwing knives out. And there's all the other enemies. And the problem is all these enemies, they are guaranteed to only take 1 point of damage. Which makes them really annoying because they're gonna just keep doing more and more damage to us. Okay, we got displaced everywhere. And of course our mages, I think these enemies just have insane kind of tracking. Alright, let's finish that one off. Let's hit you. Finish you off. Prioritize attacker and petrify, and it's a 1 through 18 hit. I mean, I guess the good news is we'll just do that on our warrior. Petrify you. AoE debuff. Okay, so this turn we're not going to really get hit super hard. Okay, there's the Petrify. There's an AoE coming my way. Do I just eat this? Nah, I think it's too much damage. I was hoping to maybe apply that -1 strength. Let's put the 2 terror on this boss. And then move away. And now we'll cast Incinerate. And then get more burn stacks going. Okay, Tempest, but that's a reaction, so I don't have to worry about it. Alright, we just lost all our spell power. Okay, now I have to worry about Tempest. Kill our mage. We have lost so much spell power, though. Okay, we really got to move all our characters out of the Tempest. Our warrior should honestly just be able to tank this hit. So I'm not even going to worry about it. I'm just going to do a ton of damage here. But summoned 2 illusions. Okay. So we're going to just use our warrior to deal with these guys first. Before it summons more. Because this turn I really do want to use our daggers. It's going to just summon a ton more of these guys. Oh, there's just so many of them. Seven to 11 hit coming my way. Throwing knife's this one. Just finish it off with a normal attack. I'll smoke bomb my warrior. Oh, I can chain lightning. Nice, it killed one of them. Prioritize attacker and petrify, so we're not gonna hit, we're just gonna kill. We're just gonna kill one, we're gonna end turn. Gonna take a bunch of damage here. No one's dead yet, though. Prioritize attacker. How much damage does this do? 8 to 14, so we have plenty of HP to work with. I need to keep my rogue nice and healthy. And then I'll use all my AP abilities on my rogue now. Just because I'm just going to purposely take the Petrify here on my warrior. Oh, it didn't go off. Alright, well, that's fine. Alright, it's petrified. We're moving. Incinerate again. And it will be dead to burn on its own turn anyways here. So let's just end turn. That way I don't have to worry about any reactions. Okay. We got a bunch more. Giant Slayer. What is Giant Slayer? Plus 3 damage versus large enemies, plus 6 damage versus huge enemies. I mean, I guess I'll take it. I mean, one of them costs 3, and the other one costs 2. It's not the greatest. Plus 10 accuracy for Alistar and Alera, or just plus 10 spell power across the board. I feel like I mean, we're pretty much going all in for Alera, so we'll just take the accuracy. Alright, we got a Campfire. Let's upgrade 2 of our abilities. We can't get plus 2 strength against poison, but we don't have anything with poison. Plus 5 evasion for 10% of missing health is actually really good. Plus 2 burn there, though, and minus 40 accuracy there. Let's take the chill upgrade. And then Serenity, we can make it cost 0. I don't know, this is a hard choice. You can also make Smoke Bomb take 0. I think we just go with Grace, that way we're just stacking up spell power on our heals. Merchant, I don't think we're going to be able to... Okay, we can buy 1 of 3 accessories. Hopefully it gives me something good. Wormhole. Okay, so 0, but we can use it once a turn. Teleport 4. Gain 5 physical damage reduction, immune to displacement, and immune to stun. They actually got a legendary. I actually think I'm going to take the wormhole, though. And use it on our mage, just so I can get out of, like, a tight situation if I need to. And we have one last fight before the boss. Alright, we got a bunch of ranged enemies. Honestly, I'm just going to use my strength here. Nice, we got a crit. I'm going to use my throwing daggers off rip to try to just kill one. There you go, one of them's dead. Let's use chill on the main guy. Also cast Firebolt on him. Oh, he ran all the way over to me. Move and target closest hero for the reaction. Liar. He ran all the way over to me. Alright, let's just teleport. Let's teleport as far away as possible. And we'll Holy Blast to put -1 strength. And then I'll heal self because he's just going to come running through. Nope, he ended up going back. Alright, yeah, we're going to have to deal with all these trigger happies. Hey, if they keep hitting my tank, that's okay with me. Let's charge this turn. Chain Lightning's gonna cost 2, though. We also had the move for it, which is unfortunate. So we couldn't get our Chain Lightning off. Has 1 HP. Okay, there you go. I'll move out of the way. Our mage is in direct kind of line of sight of this enemy. 1 HP on this enemy. Okay, I still have 1 more attack. That way I didn't hit this guy, so he's not going to charge at me this turn. I should have throwing knives back again. Okay, I'm frozen on him. Let's get throwing knives. Charge this way. Interesting. I guess I'll just go after the range. Blocked the second throwing knife. There we go. And then I'll just move out of the way. Let's apply chill again. That way it has just no accuracy. Has minus spell resistance, so we should do more damage with our Firebolt. And running to our Paladin is an interesting choice because we should just be able to use 2 strikes here to finish off the fight. And there we go. Now we're off to the boss. Did we level up again? I'm 5 experience away from getting our level up. Alright, let's see what this final boss... Not final boss, but... Okay, we have 2... Okay, we're facing 2 bosses. Spear of Blood if we hit, and then an AoE, so I'm not going to get close to this guy. Charge 4. And advance 4. Just use free movement here. Okay, I'm gonna have to move. There you go, spell power. Let's pull out the throwing knives. Okay, the boss is getting more terror. Okay, I'm still not in range of any of the other attacks. Gains another terror. I can close the gap here to actually hit it. And we're gonna move away. We're just gonna grab our buff. I think I can take one Blood Spear. It has Giant Slayer on this. I think we just use Holy Blast. Okay, well, I thought they were outside of the range. Let's just use a heal there. Alright, one of the bosses is already at 50%. Oh, it teleports. Oh, that's not good. Turn evil. What's the radius on this? In a range of 3, it's a pretty big radius. So if I move here, minus terror. We lost a courage there, but that's okay. Spear of Blood, so we don't want to hit, and we're going to be in a lot of AoEs here. Move the mage first. Put minus accuracy on the boss. Put burn on him. Put more burn. Oh, we're doing a ton of damage. Alright, we're gonna get double hit here. But didn't go off. Okay, cool. I can do a lot of damage to either or. I'll probably end up doing a ton of damage to the main boss with Alara this turn. Honestly, I think I'm just going to try to finish this guy off. We're going to get hit a bunch here, but I think it's worth it. 10. I need one more attack, and it's not going to happen. Well, that's unfortunate because, yeah, we're going to get hit a lot here. Okay, thankfully, our paladin, honestly, is okay. Alright, there we go. One of the bosses is dead. Let's just focus on making sure no one else dies. Protect one ally. Let's just protect the warrior. Blood Spear, 8 to 15. Is it worth trying to get one burn stack? I think it is. Thankfully, it only did 6. Alright, Grom is dead, so I don't have to worry about that. Prioritize attacker, and then chain 2. I think it's worth just getting more damage here. Okay, well that did 11. It may not have been. I'm gonna stealth my rogue. And then just get closer to the boss and then end turn. Ooh, Blood Vines hurts. Blood Vines hurts a lot. Teleport and dive. Okay, it just teleports. Prioritize the attacker and then chain. It's so good. Can I get out of this Blood Vines with all of my people? I think I can, so I can go here. This isn't an actual hit, so hopefully this doesn't target it, but if it does, I think I should still move. So my paladin might go down here, but I think it's worth applying chill. I think it's worth applying incinerate. I don't think it's worth triggering this chain 2, though. I mean, it's gonna go off anyways, right? Yeah, it's gonna go off anyways. Okay, so I need to trigger it with my tank. Alright, Blood Spear is going off. Let's move out of the way of Blood Spear. We should have... Okay, we have our throwing daggers. And we should be able to kill here. And there we go. The second boss is down, and we didn't end up losing anyone. Alright, we gotta level up. 15 spell power per condition. Well, that doesn't sound very good. Heal 3 health for each removed debuff. I mean, I guess I'll take it. It doesn't cost anything. Jump 4. This move ignores obstacles. And we gain stealth for plus 4 health each turn affected by spell power. I think the blur is going to be way better. We got more gold. We got a war blade, which is just a rare weapon. We'll probably throw it on 50% chance to apply -1 physical damage reduction. It's actually really huge. That way, each of our, existing physical attacks after that are going to do way more damage. +1 courage, 20 strain, +1 AP for Octavia, which is our mage. Or +1 AP for Ignatus and Octavia, we gain +50% -50% more gold. It could have probably just said -50% more gold and we would have been fine, but we'll just take that. The brutal brothers are dead. Thankfully defeated. You have done a great deed today. Okay, so it looks like that's all for the demo. It says, thanks for playing. Greetings, Warden. We hope you're having a blast with Valor of Man. If you would like to add the game to your wish list and consider leaving your review. So, what did I think of the demo? I thought it was really fun. Obviously, there's a lot of strategy that goes involved into this game. We didn't necessarily get the best luck. We had so many artifacts that were helping us, like +1 strength if target was poisoned, and our warrior even had +1 strength if a target was poisoned. We had no way of dealing poisoned. I was hoping to get it with a level up on the rogue, but we didn't end up getting it, but other than that, honestly pretty well. We only lost one of our characters throughout the entire time, and then we were just able to recover it. And then I'm pretty sure there's going to be more difficulties. So if we go back to the main menu and then press play, we've only completed one, and it looks like there's going to be 10 different options. And then over here under the library, if we go to I believe the almanac, as you can see, there is just a ton of different things. Even with the weapons, these are all the common, rare, and legendary weapons that are even available in the demo. So there's a lot that you already have, but even more coming. And the same with armor. There's going to be so many different synergies with the different characters. But if you want to try this game out or wishlist it for yourself, it is called Valor of Man, and it's currently available on Steam. The full game comes out in, I believe, 4 days from the time of the recording. If you've made it this far in the video, hit that like and subscribe button. It's greatly appreciated. Until next time, take care.